The Berwick Bulldogs have won 8 games in a row, and they take their show on the road tonight to Kingston as they take on Wyoming Seminary. Good evening, everyone. Paul Garrity here with you. High school basketball here on Service Electric Cable TV. Bulldogs 9-6 overall coming in. Blue Knights 5-10. Wyoming Seminary in the home white uniforms. Berwick in the dark blues. As we take a look at tonight's starting 5 for the Bulldogs, it's an all-senior starting unit for head coach Bob Calarco. Billy Hansen and Julian Howie are the 2 leading scorers on the squad, number 0 and number 1 respectively. Noah Marquez, third of those 5 seniors, wears number 2. Caden Hickman, number 3, and Carlos Guzman, number 5, round out the starting 5 for the Berwick Bulldogs. Berwick with the basketball after the Sem turnover. Hansen free for a long-range triple. Second leading scorer on the season is Billy Hansen. He leads the team in 3-point shots made. He's been contributing to this Bulldog program for all 4 years, and Berwick has an early 3-0 lead. Jaden Anterberry gets the start for Wyoming Sem as Brian Leahy knocks down a triple. And the Blue Knights answer with a 3 of their own. We're tied at 3. Anterberry and Leahy joined in the starting 5 by Antek Ivan, number 11 Theo Kraus, and number 3 Finn Ruderman. This is Howie on the second and third effort. And the rebound pulled in by Leahy. Anterberry, a recent addition into Wyoming Seminary's starting 5. Don't believe he was on the roster for the first part of the year. Ruderman misses in close. And Hickman climbs the ladder for the Berwick rebound. Here's Guzman for 3. Antak, a controlled tip over to Leahy. It was knocked away into the backcourt. Open look from Kraus. Rings the rim, and Howie muscles down the rebound for Berwick. And that's going to be a travel. Bulldogs a little sloppy with the ball in that possession. 5:28 to play opening quarter. We're tied at 3. Paul Garrity here with you tonight from Kingston. This is the second of 6 games we'll have broadcast on our air this week. Saw a very impressive win from the Hazleton area girls last night over Crestwood. Anterberry, and a foul before the shot, away from the ball down low. First foul of the game against either team. Our officiating crew tonight, Jake Beal, Charlie Majikis, and Joe Zielinski. Foul called against Noah Marquez. Ivan off the baseline inbounds. It's a 3 for Antek Ivan. He's Wyoming Seminary's top scorer. And the Blue Knights have their first lead. Hansen, tough step back, book it. It's a 2 for Billy Hansen. And the Blue Knight lead is now 6-5. And a foul out high committed by Howie. 4:43 to play in the first. Berwick's won 8 in a row. They're 6-1 in Wyoming Valley Conference Division II. Wyoming Seminary looking to get to the 500 mark in division play. They're 3-4. Anterberry slashing through the hole. A loose ball tipped down to Kraus. Theo Kraus had 11 points in the recent loss to Wyoming area, which Seminary scored a season-high 65 despite the loss. Here's Ivan off the dribble. Doesn't go. And it's out of bounds, last touch by Seminary. Man-to-man for Wyoming Seminary as they get it down low to Howie. Gets it up on the rim quickly, and Berwick claims the lead back just past the midway point here in the first. Slapped away by Howie. Hickman. And we'll see if they call that a shooting foul. I don't think they will. And it will be a baseline inbound foul against Arterberry. That's his first. Howie gets the angle against Ruderman. Extra pass. And Marquez drills the triple. Berwick is a very good three-point shooting team, and as you can see, they share the ball well. They made 8 3-point shots in an important win over Holy Redeemer a couple games ago. They lead 10-6. Avon matched up against the smaller Marquez, and it was poked away. Ill-advised there by Hickman to try to attack against 3 players. And it goes back to Sem. Seminary has not made a 2-point shot or a free throw yet. Here's Kraus for 3. Yes! 3 3-point field goals by 3 different players. And the Blue Knights within 1. It's 10-9. Nice pass down low, not easy. Howie made a nice catch and was able to finish. 12-9 Bulldogs. 2:06 to play first quarter. It's been a half-court basketball game, which I think is what both teams want, especially if you're Seminary, and that's a Blue Knight turnover. Hansen slashing down the lane. Open 3 for Guzman. Vaults high off the rim, and Hansen has it. Here's Hickman for 3. Third 3-point shot of the game for the Bulldogs to match the output of Sem from deep. 15-9 Berwick. Six different players have a 3-point shot here in the opening 8 minutes. Leahy rifles one down for Kraus, got too deep. And the loose ball controlled by Guzman for Berwick. Hansen pulls the trigger. He wanted that shot from the minute he crossed half court. Comes up short. Too much dribbling there from Arterberry, and Berwick forces the giveaway. 59 seconds to play, opening quarter. 15-9, Berwick with the lead and the basketball. It's been a fast-moving quarter. Neither team has attempted a free throw yet. We've only had 3 total fouls in the quarter. Leahy comes up with a loose ball. Arterberry might have gotten away with a travel. And the Blue Knights will slow it up. Hickman out to challenge Arterberry with 19 seconds to play in the quarter. Avon got his defender up in the air and probably should have went strong with that, but faded away. And a loose ball foul whistled against Wyoming Seminary. Ruderman picks up his first. Now Sem has 2 to give. Teams never give the fouls at the end of the quarters. Hansen slicing into the paint. And what do we have? Offensive foul? Yes, offensive foul against Hansen for pushing off. 2.2 seconds for the Knights. Otterberry. His heave doesn't go. We've played 1 here in Kingston. Berwick 15 and the Blue Knights 9. You're watching high school basketball here on Service Electric TV. We've got a real big game for you on the air on Thursday night here on Channel 9. Channel 509 in high definition. Holy Redeemer takes on Lake Lehman in a critical Division II girls basketball matchup. A 7:15 tip time for that one from Holy Redeemer High School on Thursday night. I've been looking forward to that one for at least a couple of weeks after Lake Lehman gave Holy Redeemer a drubbing the first time they played. A 30-point victory for Charlie Levan's team. That's Holy Redeemer's only loss inside the conference, or in the division, I should say. And they'll get a chance to tie Lake Lehman for first place if they can get the win Thursday night. 15-9, Berwick leads Wyoming Seminary here as the Bulldogs look for their 9th consecutive win. Paul Garrity here with you. Seminary looking for what would probably be their best win of the year. 5-10 coming into the night. Hanging and hitting is Hickman. And the Bulldogs extend the lead now 17-9. Ruderman left alone. Can't knock it down. Kraus. Leahy's first effort doesn't go, but if you fail once, try again. And Brian Leahy has his second field goal. 6-point Bulldog cushion. Hansen off the crossover. Dangles off. Howie's been really tough inside. Very athletic big guy down low for Berwick. Gets off the ground quickly. Third field goal for Howie, and it's 19-11. Carving his way inside is Kraus. Teams trading baskets here early in the second. 19-13, Bulldogs. Starting 5 still out there for Bobby Kolarko and Berwick. Hansen, blocked by Yvonne, but I think there was a foul before the block. First foul against Antec Yvonne. First free throw attempt for either team comes with 6:13 to play in the second quarter. Billy Hansen is a good free throw shooter, up around 75% for the season. It's all senior starting 5 for Bobby Kolarko. Hard to get more experience than that, and they lead 21-13. Cash Hansen is in the game for Sem. He's got the basketball. Avon catch and shoot. Rolls off, and Howie secures another Berwick rebound. Hansen pulls the trigger again. Might have been too open. And it was last touched by Berwick. .546 to play before the break. 21-13, Berwick leads. Otterberry finds Kraus spotting up. Sem's got to hit some of those if they want to pull the upset tonight. Avon gets the angle and draws the foul. That's the second against Julian Howie, Berwick's leading scorer. Avon usually a pretty good free throw shooter. Knocks down a pair. 6-point game, 5:22 on the second quarter clock. Hansen got his hands on that. Berwick looking to lock up what would be their first ever appearance in the Wyoming Valley Conference Tournament. Got to finish top 2 in the division to get that honor as Marquez floats through the lane and hits. 4 different Berwick starters now have made 2 field goals. Kraus from the corner. High arcer doesn't go, and the rebound hauled in by Guzman. Sage Bankus is into the game for Berwick, number 11 with the ball. Throws it in reverse, doesn't get the bounce. Still man-to-man for Berwick with 4:18 to go in the second. Leahy spotting up. And Sem's gone cold from the outside after knocking down 3 triples in the first 7 minutes. Hickman explodes past Hansen, and it'll be a foul before the shot. Lucas Latore in for Wyoming Seminary. And a timeout on the floor. 4 minutes and 6 seconds to play before halftime. It's Berwick 23 and Seminary 15. Mentioned that Holy Redeemer Lake Lehman critical game coming up on Thursday night at 7:15 here on Service Electric. We'll have another big one on Friday, Dallas and Crestwood in boys basketball action, also a 7:15 tip time. Doubleheader Saturday for you. A girls game from Hanover area at 2:30, and then we'll hustle up to Crestwood to see the Crestwood girls at 7 o'clock. 6 games on the air this week. This is game number 2. Berwick leads Sem 23-15 midway through the second quarter. Paul Garrity here with you. Scott Cannon on camera as usual tonight. Hickman, tough contested shot, rebounded by Hansen. Hansen guards Hansen at midcourt. Latorre nearly called for a 5-second call, nearly traveled. And after all that, let's try it again. Marquez does a good job staying in front of Ivan and forces a tough shot. Not a lot of clean looks for Seminary in this first half. Hansen finds an open Guzman. Grazes the rim, nice extra pass, but Hansen couldn't finish it. 2:45 to play first half. Seminary's been stuck on 15 for quite a while. Kraus launches. And a good strong rebound hauled in by Bankus. Berwick has done a nice job keeping Sem off the offensive glass. And here's an offensive foul whistled against Noah Marquez. Wave off the basket. That's the second against Marquez. He joins Julian Howie now with 2 for Berwick. Down under 2 to play in the half. Hansen got his hands in, and I think we're going to have a loose ball foul here. Nope, they're going to call a jump ball. That might be fortunate there for Sem. Both offenses have kind of been bogged down here in the last 3 minutes or so. Hansen got a good look. Hansen dragged the pivot foot. Arterberry back in for Sem with a minute to play in the half. Leahy off the give and go. Wow, there is a serious lid on the rim for both teams, especially Sem, and Bankus finally breaks the long scoreless drought. And it's the biggest lead of the night, 25-15, Bulldogs. Leahy powers up and draws the foul. .26 seconds to play. Leahy gets 2 free throws. Seminary, all of their players really are fairly good free throw shooters. They don't have anybody who's real automatic shooter from the line, but they don't have any bad shooters in their rotation either. 25-17, they're 4 for 4 tonight. Nice take from Guzman, but he couldn't knock it down. Now Sem with a chance to close to within 6 as we head to the break. 9 seconds for Avon. Guarded by Hickman. 3 seconds, Arterberry can't beat the buzzer. And we've reached halftime here at Wyoming Seminary High School. Berwick got 7 points from Billy Hansen and some excellent defense for 2 quarters. And they lead the Blue Knights at the break 25-17. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 10 minutes with the second half. You're watching live high school basketball here on Service Electric TV. Start of the second half here in Kingston, Wyoming Seminary High School. The Blue Knights trail Berwick 25-17. Paul Garrity here with you tonight. Bulldogs looking for their 9th consecutive win, led by as many as 10 in the first half. Both teams kind of went cold in the last 3 or 4 minutes of the second quarter. Billy Hansen with a good take there, but can't finish with the left hand. Hansen led the way for Berwick with 7 first half points. Julian Howie had 6 before departing with 2 fouls. Antek Avon, the bank is open for Mr. Avon. He now has 8, a game high. And all of a sudden, Seminary closes within 5. This is the closest they've been in a long time. They trailed by 5 after 1 quarter. And Hansen finds Guzman streaking to the rim. 27-20 Bulldogs. 1 minute gone by here in the third. Leahy faces up, fades away. And it's last touched off the chest of Carlos Guzman. Looks like the equipment malfunction is taken care of, and here we go. Leahy slicing down the lane. Are they going to count the basket? No. Wave off the basket, a foul called before the shot. Called against Hansen. That's his second. Nobody from either team has more than 2. Leahy sees an open path to the rim. Breakdown defensively there for Berwick as the help never came. It's 27-22. Hickman, who had a real good first half, stepped on the baseline. Starting 5 out there for both teams. 6:15 to play in the third. Berwick 6-1 in Division II play. Wyoming Seminary 3-4. Avon, another tough shot over Marquez. Marquez couldn't do much more there. He played good defense, but Avon got the bucket anyway, and it's a 3-point game. Hansen whistles one into Howie. Came up short. A 7-2 advantage for Sem in this early part of the second half. They trail by 3. Arterberry, nifty crossover. And Ruderman's pass intercepted by Howie. Hickman takes it right at Yvonne, and a foul's called. Hickman knocks down the first. Neither team has missed a free throw tonight. They're 7 for 7 combined. Caden Hickman, part of this all-senior starting 5 for head coach Bobby Calarco. 29-24 Bulldogs. Guzman matched up against Arterberry. Try a little screen roll. Not the way they drew it up, I don't think, but Kraus gets the easy deuce. 29-26. Hansen managed to keep the pivot foot. Looked awkward, but I think that was a good no call. Hickman exploding into the paint. Did everything but finish. 4:10 to play on a running third quarter timer. Kraus powers up with the left hand and scores. And Bobby Calarco has seen enough. Timeout Berwick. 3:58 to play in the third. We got a good one. Bulldogs lead by 1. Take tomorrow night off here with our high school coverage, and then back on the air Thursday night with that big one from Holy Redeemer High School as the Lady Royals take on Lake Lehman. Friday night, 7:15 tip from Mountaintop as Dallas takes on Crestwood in a critical Division I boys game. And then Saturday, that doubleheader. Northwest takes on Hanover in girls action at 2:30, followed by Crestwood and East Stroudsburg North. A girls game at 7 p.m. Berwick 29, Wyoming Seminary 28, 3:58 to play here in the third. Wyoming Seminary has never led in this game. Berwick had as much as a 10-point cushion. Hickman, tough shot, missed the rim. Howie controls. Julian, nice spin move, counted and one. For Berwick's leading scorer, Julian Howie. Converts the three-point play. These teams still perfect from the stripe. 3-point lead for the Bulldogs. And a double dribble against Ruderman. Berwick with a 4-point lead and the rock. Hansen off the pump fake. He's gotten a little bit cold since early in the game. Marquez finds Howie underneath. And whatever Bobby Calarco said to his team in that timeout, intensity has picked up a bit since. 6-point game. Guzman guards Arterberry on the perimeter. 2:39 on the third quarter clock. Arterberry knifing through. First basket of the game for Jaden Arterberry. 34-30 Bulldogs. Howie. How about that rebound? Blocked by Yvonne. And a timeout called by Dan Messenger and the Blue Knights. 2:20 to play, third quarter. Nip and tuck all the way. Berwick has led from start to finish. They lead it 34-30. Berwick's been led tonight by Julian Howie with 11 points and a balanced scoring effort. Billy Hansen has 7. The Bulldogs are 5 for 5 from the free throw line. 32 of the 34 points have been scored by that senior starting 5. All 30 of Wyoming Seminary's points have been scored by their starting unit. They've been led by their usual leading scorer, Antek Vaughn, with 10. Brian Leahy has 9. 2:16 to play third quarter. Seminary with the ball, they trail by 4. It's been man-to-man the whole way for Berwick. Vaughn got fouled up top. We'll see, I think that was a pass. Kraus will inbound. Third foul against Julian Howie. We'll keep an eye on that. Off the screen roll, Leahy gets into double figures. 2-point Berwick lead. Here's Hickman for 3. Big basket for Caden Hickman. Fourth 3-point field goal for Berwick, but their first since 6 minutes into the game. Kraus gets tied up, and he'll stay with Sem. Wyoming Seminary scored just 31 points in their last game, but they won by 12. Win over Lake Lehman, it was just 14-8 at halftime. Much better output here tonight, to say the least. Here's 2 free throws for Brian Leahy. Cash Hansen back in for the Blue Knights, replacing Ruderman. Nobody's missed yet. Teams 11 for 11 combined from the stripe. 37-34 Berwick. Howie turns the corner against Leahy. He's tough to stop when he gets the ball with momentum going towards the basket. And the Bulldogs force the turnover. And a foul called against Arterberry. Team foul number 2 against the Knights. 1:02 to play in the third. And an unforced turnover there. With 56 seconds on the clock. Howie nearly got the takeaway. A lot of dribbling from Arterberry. Leahy muscling up, can't get it. Rebound tipped over to Marquez. 15 seconds for Berwick. Noah Marquez steamrolling through the paint. 7-point Berwick lead, 4 seconds in the third. Arterberry, it'll count if it goes. Berwick led by 8 at halftime. The Blue Knights closed to within 1, and Berwick closes the third quarter strong. After 3, the Bulldogs lead the Knights 41-34 on Service Electric TV. Wyoming Seminary taking Berwick to the limit tonight. Bulldogs come in tied for first in Wyoming Valley Conference Division II with Wyoming area with a 6-1 record. Bulldogs got a critical win over Wyoming area a couple of games ago. Julian Howie had 20 points in that win. They followed that up with a 5-point win against Holy Redeemer. So the Bulldogs in good position to get a berth in that Wyoming Valley Conference tournament coming up in middle February. 7-point lead here, make it 5 on the offensive rebound stick back by Brian Leahy. 15 points for Leahy to lead the way. Leahy had 15 in that loss to Wyoming area a couple games ago. Avon finds Leahy down low, extra pass, and Theo Kraus gets the easy one. Double figures for Kraus. Second time in 3 games that the Wyoming Seminary has put all 3 players in double figures, and the same 3 guys. Hansen off the pump fake, and it'll go to Sem. Every time you think Berwick's kind of taking command of this game and gets the lead up to 7 or 8, Seminary immediately answers. 6:40 to play. Sem with the ball, they trail by 3. Avon swooping in for the reverse layup. 6-0 run to start the fourth quarter, and Seminary's within 1. Hansen. Reverse layup goes down, and Bobby Clark will take a timeout. Seminary just hanging around in this game. and they trail 43-40 with 6:09 to play. Paul Garrity with you tonight here from Wyoming Seminary High School. Looking at our schedule, trying to see, this might be the last time we see yes it will be. This is our last broadcast of the Wyoming Seminary boys this season. A team that's certainly improved as the year has gone along. They started off the year 0-6, and they've won 5 of 9 since. But this would be their best win of the year for sure, I would think, if they could pull it off. They've never led in this game, but they're within 3 with 6:09 left. Sage Bankus has come back in the game for Berwick. Marquez has played some really good D tonight for Berwick. Switched on to Hansen here. And they'll reset the offense. Yvonne matched up against Howie. That's pick and roll again with Leahy, and Brian bumped and fouled. First foul against either team here in the quarter. Just the second against Sage Bankus. Hansen for 3 and the tie. Looked good out of his hand. Here's Yvonne for the tie. How about the hustle by Hansen? But it'll be Berwick basketball. Carlos Guzman back in, giving Hickman a break. Would imagine Caden will be back in there pretty quick. Still a 3-point game, 5:11 or 5:19 on the fourth quarter clock. Steal by Arterberry. Hansen a little careless with that pass, and Jaden converts. Clutch basket from Arterberry. It's down to 1 again. Marquez hangs and hits. 9 points for Noah Marquez. Berwick back up 3. Leahy dumps it down for an open Theo Kraus, who got lost in the interior of the Berwick defense. And another steal by Arterberry. Jaden fouled, and they're going to call that on the floor with 4:14 to play. So Hickman was out of the game for about 1 minute, and he'll come back in now replacing Bankus. Starting 5 out, back out there for Bobby Calarco. Yvonne somehow doesn't go. Kraus powers back up. And for the first time tonight, the Blue Knights have surged out in front. .353 to play. And that's kicked by Yvonne. Actually, just checked my notes again. I've misspoke a number of times. Sem did have a brief lead early in the game. But that's their first lead since very early on. And a tough turnover there. Coming down to the wire here in Kingston. Berwick led by 10 about midway through the second quarter. And that's going to be Hansen's third. Third against, oh, that's his fourth, according to the scoreboard. So Hansen's now been switched on to Leahy. Would think that Dan Messenger would like to get Leahy a touch here on this possession. Kraus hurricaning through the paint. Nifty move, couldn't finish. Berwick trails by 1, 3:10 to play. Howie's gonna hoist one up. Sem allowed him to shoot. Somehow he got his rebound all the way on the other side of the court, and he'll go to the line for a potential three-point play. I don't think I've ever seen a guy shoot a three-point shot on the left side of the court and then get his own rebound on the right side of the court. I don't think I've ever seen that before. These two teams are 11 for 11 from the line. That's the first miss by either side. 1 point Berwick lead, 2:52 to play. And the Blue Knights want to talk it over. Back and forth. One of the closer games we've seen all year. You're watching high school basketball here on Service Electric TV. .251 to play, fourth quarter. Paul Garrity here with you. A really entertaining game tonight. 47-46. Berwick leads Wyoming Seminary. Seminary basketball out of the Blue Knight timeout. Billy Hansen has 4 fouls for Berwick, number 0. And how about that play drawn up? Out of the huddle. Avon now has 12. And the Knights wrestle the lead back by 1. Foul down low. They're going to get Arterberry wrestling down there against Marquez. Not sure what the discussion was there. Not sure if they were thinking about calling some kind of intentional foul, and Guzman doesn't get it. Hansen elevates for the rebound but gets blocked. Berwick will keep it. .218 to play. Bulldogs trail by 1. Howie flying through the paint, and a foul whistle. That's going to go against Howie, and that's his 4th. So the two top scorers for Berwick for the season, and if that's Howie, that's his fifth. He definitely grabbed, and I'm not sure if they got him. And that will be 5 fouls against Julian Howie for Berwick. Well, Julian's got to be a little smarter than that. He clearly grabbed the jersey of Yvonne. And when you're such an important player and you know you have 4 fouls, that's a tough way to foul out 80 feet from the rim. So Julian fouls out of the game with 15 points. And his team trailing by 1. Seminary perfect from the line tonight. 15 for Antec Yvonne. They lead 50-47. 2:06 to play in the game. Sem does have 2 fouls to give. Hansen for 3 and the tie. Billy Hansen, clutch shot. And we're deadlocked at 50. 1:22 to go. Timeout Seminary. .119 to play in the 4th. Bulldogs 50 and the Blue Knights 50. This is high school basketball on Service Electric TV. Knotted up at 50. .119 to play. Both teams have at least 1 timeout left. Seminary 2 fouls to give. Offensively, Wyoming Seminary is in the bonus. Yvonne swarmed, shoots it anyway. Came up short. And Cash Hansen, another offensive rebound. Here's Antec for 3. And it'll stay with the Blue Knights. 57 seconds to play. Still tied at 50. Leahy up and under. Somehow doesn't go down, and again, Berwick touched it last. .46 seconds to play. And an illegal screen is going to be whistled against Leahy. His 3rd, and the 3rd against the Knights. So Sem got a couple good shots at the rim, but unable to get a 3rd. Still tied, 37 seconds to play in the 4th. Hickman. Bobby Calarco, I was just going to say he might want to think about a timeout. And this is where you'd really love to have Julian Howie on the floor. Not only for his potential scoring ability, but his offensive rebounding potential. If you do happen to miss, the Bulldogs take the timeout, 23 seconds to play in regulation. Bulldogs 50 and Wyoming Seminary 50. Berwick has won 8 consecutive games coming into tonight. They're 6-1 in the division. They've gotten 15 points from Julian Howie in the game, but he fouled out midway through this, or with a couple minutes to play in this fourth quarter. Billy Hansen tied the game with a 3-point shot about a minute ago. He has 12 points. Noah Marquez has 9. Caden Hickman has 10. Antek Ivan has 15 for Wyoming Seminary. Brian Leahy has led the way with 17. 23 seconds to play. Berwick with the ball. We're tied at 50. Don't forget, Seminary does have that one foul to give. Hansen, offensive foul as he shoved off against Ivan. And now Hansen has fouled out of the game. So if this game does go overtime, the Bulldogs will be without their 2 leading scorers on the season. Brady McCabe, a freshman who hasn't played all night, will come on for the last 10 seconds and a possible overtime. Timeout called by the Blue Knights. That's their last timeout. Try to draw something up with 12 seconds to play. Tied at 50 here in the fourth. Twelve seconds for Seminary to win the game. Leahy takes Bankus off the dribble, finds Ivan, reverse layup. Seminary has the lead. Two-man basketball between Seminary's top 2 players. Brian Leahy dropped a dime to Ivan, rolling to the rim. And with just 2 seconds left, Berwick will have to go the length of the floor. They trail by 2. Going to put a few tenths of a seconds back up. Going to put 2.5 seconds on the clock. And I don't know that Berwick has any more timeouts, so I don't think that they will be able to throw the ball to half court and then call another timeout, which you might want to do here. They need a 2 to tie. They need 3 to win. 2.5 seconds. Hickman gets a pretty clean look. Wyoming Seminary has ended Berwick's 8-game win streak. The Blue Knights trailed by as many as 10 midway through the second quarter. Finally took the lead fairly late in the fourth. And the Blue Knights improved to 6-10 on the season. Berwick falls to 9-7. And a big win for the Blue Knights and head coach Dan Messenger. 52-50 the final. Wyoming Seminary wins it over Berwick. Once again, we'll be back on the air in about 48 hours from now for a really big girls game in Division II. Lake Lehman takes on Holy Redeemer in Wilkes-Barre. That's a 7:15 tip for that one. We'll have games on the air Friday as well. Saturday, a doubleheader starting at 2:30. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight. For Scott Cannon, our cameraman, I'm Paul Garrity. You've been watching high school basketball here on Service Electric TV.